All right, so we are on cylinders. Okay, so it's still gonna be the same formula here. Just to talk about, because we're still talking about surface area. Okay, so we're still talking about the area, right? Which is what the surface covers, right? So the total area of that. And if you guys look at my video, if you guys can just put me on the screen, I don't know if you guys see me or not. I think you guys see me. So here's a chicken broth. It's a can of chicken broth. Okay, it's a cylinder. You have two bases. So your bases are going to be these two circles here. So your base area is going to be dealing with a circle. And then now this lateral area, right, what's on the side here, this lateral area. And we're going to take a guess what shape that's going to be. You type it or say it.
Circle? Rectangle?
Yes, it's going to be a rectangle. Okay, because if you actually unfold this out, right, it's a rectangle in the end. Okay, so really the surface area for a cylinder is going to be one circle, two circles, right? So 2 times the base area, and this lateral area essentially is just another rectangle. Okay, so we're going to talk about where this comes from. So blah blah, a cylinder is a solid with bases that are congruent circles lying in parallel planes. So your 2 circles, okay, those are your bases now. Okay. The axis of a cylinder is a segment with endpoints at the center. So this here is your axis right in the middle. The axis can also be called the altitude of your cylinder. Specifically speaking for a right cylinder. And just a reminder, when we say right cylinder, that's because it's standing upright. Right? When we say something's right angle, you measure it perpendicular to the ground. Okay. Oh, hopefully that helps you out. Okay, so we mentioned that the lateral area. Okay, lateral area of a prism is still perimeter times height. Okay. Now the perimeter of a circle. Okay, remember perimeter is distance around the object. So if it's a circle, what is the distance around the circle? We call that the circumference. Circumference, I think that's right. Which is 2 pi r. Okay. So we're going to substitute this formula for perimeter. Okay, so again, the perimeter of the base. Okay, capital P equals perimeter of the base. Okay, you gotta make sure you identify the base. So in this case here, it was perimeter times height, but now instead of P, you're using 2 pi r times the height. So again, the perimeter is 2 pi r. What are we going to use for the base area then? What formula? Tap it out, say it.
Area of a circle.
Yeah, pi r squared. Thank you. Okay, so you just plug that in, right? Because now we're still using the same formula as yesterday's lesson, but now instead of P, you're doing 2 pi r times h plus 2 times the base area, pi r squared. So essentially, these are your 2 formulas for today, which to be honest isn't anything new. You literally just kind of use your intuition, right? If you're dealing with this shape, you know your base is now a circle. So your base is a circle. The perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r. And now the area of the base is pi r squared. So you just substitute those into your formula. Okay, so I'm gonna do one quick example here. Find the surface area of the cylinder. So again, just kind of write out our formulas. So lateral area is perimeter times height. I'm just showing all my work. So show the amount of work you need to show. Okay, what is my radius? 6. It is half of 12. And then,
Just do pi times diameter.
oh yeah, or that, yeah. That works too. Diameter is 12. So you can do pi times diameter. I'll put it right here. Thank you for that comment. Boom. Okay, you can plug that all in. And it's going to be 12 pi times h, which is 14, which equals 4 times 12, 48, 168, I think. I forgot I had my key next to me. Yeah, it's 168. Pi. Don't forget the pi. Boom. Okay, so then surface area. You have that 168 pi. That's your lateral area. Here, I'll do this to make it easier for people. Perimeter times height plus 2 times the base area, which in this case is pi r squared. This here ends up being 36 pi. (240 pi is your final answer. Centimeter square. Boom.
So, would you want us to, like, when we do our homework, to answer it in terms of pi?
Yes, yes. Please leave your answer in terms of pi. I know it says nearest tenth, but I would prefer leave in terms of pi. Oh, but that does have one issue. Because in your future math classes, they do prefer pi, because that's more of an exact answer. But to check your answers with the textbook, right, when you check your answer with the textbook, they will round it to nearest tenth. Okay, so you can just multiply it out just to see what it is to check your answers. But on your tests, I would prefer pi, right?
Even if it becomes a binomial.
No. Wait.
If
Oh,
it's a binomial, like pi plus something else, you want us to leave it that way? You want us to combine it?
If it's one term?
Yeah.
It's one
Like
term.
it's something pi plus something else is the answer.
Yeah, simplify.
Then you want us, then yes. Okay.
Good question. Okay, it shouldn't be too bad. So try number 1 on your own. Don't do 2. So I'm gonna pause the recording. So do number 1, and then we'll check our answers, and then we'll do this challenge problem together. Okay. If you finish number 1, go ahead and jump on the challenge problem, and then we'll check with each other. Okay, you guys can check your answers with mine. Just for our habit's sakes, right? This is very important, right? If you guys don't know where to start, you need to just identify the base. So what's your base? Because after that, you find the perimeter of your base, and then you find the base area, okay? So you just find those 3 variables, and then lateral area, just plug it in. Perimeter of the base times the height of the prism, okay? So keep in mind, I know we clarified that. H equals height of the prism, okay?
What's the, it says over there, B equals pi r. Is that like, that's the base, right?
Yeah, this is the base area. So whatever your base is, in this case, the base is a circle. This is your base. So you know to use pi r squared. So it's the area of your base.
So you'd first like find the essentially area of the circle and then find the area of the whole the prism then by using the lateral area formula.
Correct. Yeah. So the surface area includes lateral area.
Okay.
The surface area is just like everything that is on the surface, right? Everything on the surface. And then lateral area is just the sides. Okay. Okay. questions? Can I see a thumbs up if you're good? Or type in the chat that you're good. Prayer hands if you need some help. All right, challenge problem. Yeah, I'm gonna pause it here again. Okay, give you guys like 3 minutes. Try to just break it down to what we're looking for. Okay, we're looking. There's only 2 shapes. Okay, there's 2 shapes that we're looking for. So just try your best to see where you want to start with this. Okay, so I'll give you guys about just 2 minutes. Okay. All right, guys. So it's a lot of work here. I'm just gonna break it down. So total surface area, you're dealing with a prism, right? The rectangular prism, and then you're dealing with the cylinder, okay? But keep in mind, you're only dealing with half the cylinder here, so that's why that 1/2 is there, okay? So I'm gonna do blue first, right? We're gonna do the surface area of the prism. Here's your formula. So the perimeter of the base, okay, that's what the P means. So the base here, the bottom, is basically 12 times 4, right? It's actually a cube, right? All the sides are 12. 12 times 4 is 48. The height is 12 here. And so that's your lateral area. Of course, you can do it mentally too. You basically do, if you do 12 times 12, that is 144. And how many do you have for your lateral? You have 4 of them, right? This should still get you whatever 48 times 12 is. Forgot what that is. Yeah, 48 times 12. Okay. And then the base area, 12 times 12 is 144. Plug that into your B. So your surface area of your rectangular prism is 864. But look at here, look at this in red. I'm subtracting 144. The reason why I'm subtracting 144 is because this right here, this face for the prism in red is actually not at the surface, right? It's actually not part of the surface area because it's covered up by the cylinder. So which is why I need to subtract this square here, okay? So that's them subtracting 144. Another way other people did it, if you guys look over here, they basically took the area of 1 square, so 12 times 12 is 144. And how many faces do you have? You actually just have 5, right? You don't include the 6th one here because the cylinder is covering it. So you can do that to get 720 or the formula way. And then some of you guys are thinking, wow, it's so much easier. I mean, this here is just a consistent formula for all prisms. The fact that it is a cube, that's what makes it a bit easier. So you can do this way. So either works depending how your brain prefers it. And then for your cylinder, okay, same formula. You're only doing half of it. Perimeter of a circle is 2 pi r, which is right here. I forgot the height here, so I put times 12. That's the height, that's the h, height of the cylinder. And then 2 times the base area is pi r squared. This 1/2 here, it actually cancels the 2 here, but keep in mind it needs to cancel the other 2 as well because there's a plus sign here. Okay, this whole thing is in the brackets. Oop. What do I do here, guys? I think this is okay. Okay, the whole thing here is in the brackets. Boom. Simplify, you get 108 pi. Add these two up, 720 plus 108 pi. You should get approximately 1059.3 centimeters squared.
Yeah, you have to add them, but why wouldn't you just, like, wouldn't 720 plus 108 pi be more exact, according to the other problems?
Oh yeah. So I mean, yes and no. So that's just being that's a personal preference, right? So you're saying this is like more of a better final answer.
Well, that's just because, like, we didn't put the pi in for the other problems, and you were saying that was more exact.
Yeah. So the only difference is this is just 1 term, whereas this one is 2 terms, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, honestly, they both have their perks in terms of like future math classes. Because obviously, this is kind of just like it's a little janky, you know. If I ask for an answer, it is more exact though. So you are right. This is technically more exact. This right here is more exact, but the fact that it's not, it doesn't look as simplified because it's a binomial. That's what makes it That's to make this one might look a little bit better. So basically,
okay.
I won't be too nitpicky, right? But just make sure whatever it says, if it says keep it in pi or keep it in exact, if I say keep your answers in exact form, this is the exact form, right?
Okay.
If I say round to nearest tenths, then round to nearest tenth.
Okay.
Cool.
Thank you.
Yes, of course. All right, guys, that is it. I'll stay back for a bit for other questions, but you guys are free to leave.